This series, in my mind, is an important series in general in all of American television and all of Western pop cultures, for the reason that it holds the great like trifecta of what I think all film, all series need: good plot, incredible cinematography, and thematics that are on point with the times and with times of today. True Detective has a very anthological and linear episodic narrative due to the fact that it begins as about these two cops, Martin and Rusty. Rusty Cole and Martin, I don't remember the name, surname. They both are detectives who are on this case of a murdered woman called Victoria Lamb. And the whole narrative is how these cops in Louisiana are trying to understand these mysterious murders of these like cultist killers. They take these people and women and add upon them like antlers or weird decorations, or put little tiny like sticks that are these occult narratives with incense or anything that is bringing out the esoteric. And the whole theme of the show is how these closed Christian, misogynistic people are. These people are completely sexist in their like opinions and understandings of gender, religion, or everything. And the whole theme of the show is how they are slowly going into this decadent madness of occult or not unfathomable appearances of like genuine, just weird horror, as I would call it. The plot is pretty simple, but the references and links are a lot more important in the whole show, because it generally stands, the whole theme is about Robert W. Chambers' book about The King in Yellow. The King in Yellow is the very book that inspired weird horror, or the concept of cosmicism. Now, I'll get to cosmicism a little later, but weird horror and weird fiction began as a series in the newspaper in America back in the 1900s as one of the most newest form of like horror or entertainment people could get. And Robert W. Chambers was one of the very first people to begin weird horror and fiction. Now, Lovecraft is the continuation of that. It's someone I really liked to talk about during my whole 5 years at this school. And The King in Yellow is this book about 4 short stories, where in the book you find the characters, that when you read it, a king in yellow, this mysterious figure in a fog, always in yellow robes, somehow captivates you and controls you through the book. And the whole book was kind of in controversy because it was into conspiracies like, oh, the book is trying to control you through these 4 stories, or this like weird meta-modern understanding that, oh, the book is talking about the decadent times and the yellow times. In general, it had a lot of controversy. But True Detective is a show that takes that controversy and subtly shows you that like all of those things, and how the people of Louisiana, closeted people, react to all the actions, to all the things that happen, to the detectives that try and understand the killer's motives and find the killers in general. Now, I reference cosmicism, but there's 2 more very important parts of the show. They are integral, for my opinion, to make the show what it is. That Rusty, the main character, every time in a car ride with his partner would talk absolute nonsense. Things that any normal human being would consider weird. Like, there's a small conversation between them as saying, how did you sleep last night? And Martin, the normal cop, the good cop, you could say. And he says, I don't sleep. I just dream whatever is the figment of my imagination. I don't know what sleeping is. Like, he always says very vague, weird, like, bullcrap, as his partner would put it. But every time he speaks, the whole point is that he doesn't want simplicity. He doesn't believe that life has to be this just, oh, what do you eat? What do you sleep? What did you do in the bathroom? These simple things. And he always constantly would keep a notebook with him, and mostly in the detective force, he was just renowned as this crazy madman. He was someone alone, someone just never around people. And this actually is a reference to the three main concepts I'm trying to bring out. Absurdism, nihilism, and cosmicism. Cosmicism is a form of nihilism because it tells you about the scale of life, that Earth is a sand grain, a little sand grain